All right, let's talk some domains today. Some exact match domains. How to price them, how to buy them, how to sell them, all that good stuff. We're going to talk about the value discrepancies between certain domains and the going wholesale and resale prices, as well as the appraisals. Now, I know a lot of people like to invest in domains, a lot of people like to sell domains, and then a lot of people like to develop on domains. So I'm going to do all of the above in this video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a really good list of domains that's up for sale right now. One of my partners, he's very, very talented at finding really good exact match domains, and I think you'll agree with me that these domains are very, very valuable. So the first thing I'd like to do is go over the two websites that we use to do most of all of our research and to purchase and list domains for sale. You can do the same thing whether you're a wholesale buyer or a domain flipper or developer, and this will give you a good idea of how to value your domains. So first of all, we use Godaddy to do searches for domains, find domains, and then purchase them. And then we use Estabot to value domains. And Estabot is very, very good at giving you complete information on the comparable sales and the amount of searches that the exact match keywords get, etc. So on GoDaddy, for instance, let's start with one of them here, benefits of outsourcing.com. This is one of the domains that we found that was estimated at over $2,000 with Estabot. And what we usually do is price our domains at 50% off. And that gives the buyer the opportunity to resell the domains if there's no development. For instance, if somebody purchases one of our domains and they decide they don't want to develop on it, at least that buyer can resell the domain, and so therefore there's no risk at all. It's a great investment. It's a great place to put your money. And that's the psychology and the philosophy that you as a domain investor or seller should join in on, because everyone gets value out of that. No one can lose. There's no risk for anyone there, you know? So here's some of these domains and what we would do with them. A lot of them are these financial type domains, which are very, very good, and they're also very, very good to be able to sell on Flippa as well as GoDaddy. So the first one on the list is this annuitiesdue.com, and let's do some comparisons between GoDaddy and Estabot. We have annuitiesdue.com listed on GoDaddy for $750. The estimated value by GoDaddy, although a lot of the time GoDaddy has these very, very low appraisals. And then on Estabot, annuitiesdue.com is worth $880. The annuities keyword, however, can be estimated upwards of $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for other comparable sales using that actual word, that actual keyword, which can also give you some room as a seller, for instance, you know, the wholesale retail thing, to find people who deal in annuities, and therefore it's going to be worth more to them than it would be online. And a lot of the time, comparable sales, which these appraisals are a lot of the time construed from, a lot of the time you'll see they're not really very similar to what the domain is, but Estabot is very good though. Estabot is very trusted, and so therefore their appraisals, there's a lot more weight to their appraisals. But as you can see here, why it's valuable, the annuities, right, keyword, advertisers pay up to $17 per click, okay? And so, you know, a lot of the time, the developer who purchases a domain like this can rank it much easier than if it was a website that didn't have that keyword in it. And therefore, ranking it for such a competitive niche where there's so much money to be made, a lot of the time is a gold mine. And people in that niche, in that business, in that industry, they will pay a good penny to be able to rank, and they'll make a lot more money. It's a great investment for people that are in this business, right? So that's a little bit on that one. The next one we have is averageformula.com. Of course, average formula, we all know what that means. These are actual exact match keywords. This one is appraised at $1,200. And then this next one, bankaccounttypes.com. Bank account types is, again, an exact match. This is a keyword that people come to Google and they actually search these terms. And therefore, if someone was to own this domain name and develop on it and build a website on there, you'd have a good chance of ranking every time somebody types in bank account types. And then, of course, you could monetize the website using all sorts of different banking affiliate programs, CPA offers, the whole nine. And then, of course, if you were to take that to banking experts in the banking industry, they might even pay much, much more than $2,200 for that. Now, bank account types on Godaddy, we have listed it for about 50% off. As you can see here, it's listed for $13.50. The wholesale price, of course, GoDaddy will give you its shtick here, all right, the $2,597. We know that bank account, I think if it was bank account login or whatnot, bankaccount.com, of course, you're looking at, multiple six-figure sale for that. So, of course, we're being pretty modest here. This is if you were to drop this on Flippa and sell it on Flippa, you probably would get bids upwards of this $2,200 figure. But of course, if you were to go directly, again, to bank account or to bankers in the industry, in the banking industry, you get a lot more for it. The next one we have here is barcodedecoder.com. And barcodedecoder.com, of course, again, exact match. It's an actual thing. It's estimated at $1,500, and then we've got it listed for $1,000 on GoDaddy. This is an interesting one too, benefitsofOutsourcing.com. Benefits of outsourcing is an actual thing. What it means is that people sometimes will be interested in, what is outsourcing? Why are business people scaling so fast when they're really so good at outsourcing? I want to learn how to do this outsourcing thing, right? So outsourcing is hiring people pretty much, replacing yourself, getting other people to do work for you, learning how to be a leader, leadership information. And so people will do searches for this. And then, of course, the outsourcing industry is gigantic, and there are actual schools that teach how to be a leader in their business-to-business classes, where people pay upwards of $10,000, $20,000 to learn leadership skills. So, of course, this one, has obtained its value from being in an industry that way. And again, it's an exact match keyword. BenefitsofOutsourcing.com we've had listed for $1,000 on GoDaddy. The next one I wanted to talk about, and this is a great deal I think we're making for people, buyartworkonline.com, right? Now you'd think, geez, buyartworkonline.com. Everyone knows what that means, right? Now, you lucked out as a buyer because basically we know that this is worth more than $530, right? But we can't really list. We have to always make sure that we're doing 50% off of an Esteban appraisal. So in these situations, a buyer will come along, and and by the way, I hope you're getting a lot out of this as a buyer and a seller, because if you're selling domains and you're doing the research and you're going through the hard work of actually finding them, and I always tell people that's the hardest part about domaining is finding domains, you're going to be able to use this one example, this one strategy to make a boatload of money. Now, what I'm talking about here is it is very, very wise, and this is very, very good advice for if you're a domain seller, to price your domains at 50% off of the Estabot appraisal. But what if Estabot has, for lack of a better word, messed up? Okay, and what I mean by that is sometimes their algorithm isn't perfect and they lowball or they undervalue domains. Now, of course, to an artwork dealer or for the people who are actually typing in buy artwork online, all right, or buy artwork, because of course you could rank buyartworkonline.com for buy artwork. This is gigantic. This is an undervalued domain here. And I think you would agree. It has the word buy in it. The only people searching that on Google are going to be people looking to purchase something. Wow, right? Talk about, commercial intent, right? So, therefore, then artwork can get pretty pricey, okay? Especially with NFTs and with digital artwork. Oh my gosh. So Estabot in this case has undervalued this domain where it's probably worth upwards of $5,000 or something if you were to take a look here, for all of their mathematics. But look at this. Look at this. These have nothing to do with web TV productions, has nothing to do with buy artwork online. So they've undervalued this domain. But here's the thing, we're not able to price it because the Estabot has locked in that value. So we priced it at $300 on GoDaddy. Okay, so you're basically, this is something where if you are a domain buyer or a seller, there's money in this for everybody, okay? As you can see there, buyartworkonline.com is available for $300. And then GoDaddy actually is valuing it a little bit more than Estabot did, which is a very, very strange situation. But that I hope you're getting a lot out of this because that's a great philosophy to take to the market. We also have buyersappraisal.com, and I'll run through a bunch of these really quick so we can make the most out of it. We have, and I'll make this bigger for you, we have buyersappraisal.com. We have carcarrierinsurance.com, checkthisvideo.com, consultingseoservices.com, creditcardimage.com, creditcardsapps.com, currencytradingsystems.com. Wow, right? Dataenclosure.com, debtexchangeservices.com. Incredible, right? And we only have that one for $250, again, because of that Estabot appraisal. Incredible. It's worth a fortune, but our hands are tied, so to speak, right? Dentistcharges.com, desperateweightloss.com. What an incredible brand name, right? Dummycreditcard.com. Again, something that people are looking for. EasyLoanProvider.com. Exact match for a loan provider. You know how many CPA offers there are for that. That's listed for sale for only $300. Let's move down the list. I want to show you some really incredible ones here, like IncomeSupport.net. You can see all these, right? SafetyOnTheInternet.com. And then we have these new ones that we've just picked up that are in review, WordPressLogin.net, WholesaleCarsForSale.com, WebStreamingVideo.com, PercentGrowth.com, even LowCredit.net. Big time, right? Big time. We're talking 10, 20,000 if you were to target the sale in the correct way. So yeah, look at this list, and you can do your own research on these as well. And remember, if you're a buyer and you're in the market to develop, you probably could understand what you could do with all these. And if you're a seller, I really hope that you've gotten a lot out of this video because this is really what makes the whole world go around is wholesale retail, and being able to price these things correctly, the value weighed out with the development potential, and then putting it all in perspective using the Estabat appraisal system. So I hope you like this video a lot, and stay tuned for more, and good luck with your domaining.